Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Pass the Sticks. I am your host, Jay. Joining me always, Tsunamic Wave and Tokyo Swift. What's good, fellas?
What up,
Chilling,
man?
chilling. How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. Little different setup right now, you know what I mean? Changing rooms on y'all. No more green screen. Don't be trying to dox my location either. I know how some of y'all are. Um, anyway, welcome, man. Like I said, we got some stuff to talk about today. We're gonna split this up. We got some topics to talk about. Of course, we started with what games are currently playing, and then after that, we're gonna get to the spin wheel, man. Today, we talking about we doing like a me against the world. Basically, we gonna rep a game that we personally like, that we feel like kind of got shaded throughout history. Then we're gonna talk about Halo and what their next moves might be, and then we're gonna get into Nintendo, the museum. There is a museum, and then some COD news around their campaign, which obviously the game is set to drop. What, 2 weeks now?
Couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
weeks.
about 2 weeks away. But as always, we're gonna kick this one off with what games we currently playing. I'm actually gonna kick this one off with Tsunamic Wave.
Hey yo, so yeah, my list is always kind of the same with some sprinkles in it. So I'm still enjoying 2K25. I'm be honest though, it's starting to slip for me only because people found the way to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Well, exploit the
Already,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, so like what they doing is they taking the Xbox controller with the paddles and they um uh binding the paddles with the analog stick, which is what 2K wants you to shoot with in the game. They give you like a 70% boost on your green window. If you know about 2K, you understand what I'm saying. Um, so when you use the paddles, pretty much is like an automatic green, so you don't have to time your shot, which makes it easy to play if you exploit in the game. So it's starting to slip. Sifu came to Game Pass, so I started that a little bit, but um, and Valorant. But the game that I really want to speak about is the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which just came out. Well, it comes out on the 11th, I believe.
Right.
No, on the 10th. But you had early access on the 7th if you pre-ordered it. So I've been playing since yesterday, and I mean, I get the premise of the game is like a real technical Dragon Ball Z game. It's not your typical fighting game, which you just mash buttons. You got to actually be able to parry in multiple different ways, and they don't teach you that in the beginning. So the intro is very basic. It teach you how to punch, it teach you how to shoot key blast, teach you how to charge your key, and it teach you how to like dash or evade. But it don't teach you none of the technical stuff. So I'm be honest, I made like one of the biggest mistakes. I tried to make a video for YouTube, like, oh, I'm gonna pick Krillin and see if I could beat the higher power people, because they made the game where the power levels matter. So, for example, Krillin should not be able to touch Broly, and that's how it is in the game. Unless you're really good, you're not gonna be able to beat nobody good. So I try to go in there and think I'm gonna catch people slipping because it's the beginning. The first character I faced was Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. Wiped me. So I'm like, all right, maybe that's everybody don't got him yet because you gotta pay like the zennies that you get in game. So I'm like, everybody don't got him yet. Played again, played Gogeta from Dragon Ball Super, wiped me. I'm like, okay, everybody's picking Gogeta, whatever. So I tried one more time, and then I think it was another Gogeta. I mean, no, it was actually Broly. And Broly straight. I did the best against Broly, but as soon as he felt like I was gonna beat him, I got his health like a little bit. He just turned it up, and it was a rat. It was nothing I could do. He like unleashed his power. It was like that's probably one of the only games outside of Elden Ring that you can enjoy getting your butt kicked. That's literally what happened. Like it was cool. So I ended up being like dumb and I went and bought Ultra Instinct Goku. And then I started getting W's, but they happened with Krillin.
It would happen.
And I'm gonna get a win with Krillin. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a rank win with Krillin.
I saw a stream like if somebody they were streaming it like the other day, and they were playing with Android 17, and it's like they went up against basically Kid Buu, like not I didn't even full form my Arjun Buu, just Kid Buu washed. Like washed them. I'm like, yo, like okay, try to do the move, bang, bang, parry, pow, bow, 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 done. Like, okay, like that was fast.
That's not even the worst part, right? So they got a story mode to it. So I'm like, okay, I got beat up in ranked. I'm good. I got my issue. I don't want no more. Let me go in story mode. Is a little bit. It should be more easy, right? This should be more for the casual, bro. It's not. It's not. So first of all, they do it beautifully. So you start off as Goku. You fight Raditz, Nappa. You know the normal story. But like, if you don't want to do that, but still want to play story mode, they make it so you can play in every different characters' perspectives. So you got Gohans, you got Piccolos, you got Goku Black, all kind Frieza, right? So you could like go through the story from their lens. I think that's pretty cool. I haven't gotten a chance to try it yet because Vegeta literally made me almost uninstall the game. Bro, he's the third fight on the Goku arc, right? And bro, he's so amazing. It's insane. And I know we be like, you got to play the game on the hardest difficulty to get the real experience. Bro, there's no way you beat there's nobody that could beat Vegeta. I don't think there's nobody that could beat Vegeta. Like, he's too good. Yo, I every time I get him to a certain point, he just turn it up. And it's like I can't do nothing with him. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm still stuck on Vegeta.
So I'm actually looking forward to playing that game. I have not had a chance to. I'm gonna get it when it actually drops. So I'm actually curious. That's good though, because Dragon Ball games usually, and when they good, they're incredible. But sometimes
this is good.
When they not, they I mean they end. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Yeah.
Here's my advice: practice before you go into any mode, story or ranked. Practice, because people already been playing since the 7th. They're gonna be nice. And it's 3 different type of blocks. So you better practice, because you're going to go in there thinking, I'm just going to figure it out fighting them, because I know how you give it up. You just like me. You like to just go out there and just see what happens. And I'm going to tell you what happened. What's going to happen. You're going to get dog walked. They're going to walk you right to practice and throw you in there. You can be like, all right, Wave was right.
Stuff like, you're going to need to practice on that one, man. Like, because you can't, like, it's definitely not a game where you just, like, just pick up the sticks and just, like, all right, look, man, like, I'm just good at this already. Like, nope.
It's not Fighter Z. It's Dragon Ball Fighter Z is probably the last, fighting game like this. It's not that. It is not that. It's completely different.
Tokyo Swift, what you been playing?
Man, like just like nothing too much. Like, I mean, I'm still been playing Civ, like still playing like City Skylines, like every once in a while. Like still like making our way through Mario Odyssey. That is fun. Still like for the family. Like I also downloaded Seafood because it was on Game Pass. I haven't started it yet, but like it's definitely like looking for more games. I'm like, because October is supposed to be like lit for like games being dropped. So I'm looking for that now. Like basically, like I didn't to the point where I don't want to start another game because I know like a lot of these games are coming out. Like, okay, I know I'm gonna dive straight into that day one. So I mean. So I've been trying to keep the slate like open, like trying not to start something real fast. But yeah,
did you get the Zelda joint yet?
I didn't. So I'm like the only reason why I didn't yet, because I will get it eventually, but I didn't get it yet is because the game, like, it seems like it's a little bit too short, like and because they said like people are playing through, it's like, oh yeah, about like 4 or 5 hours, like you can cruise through it. And plus it's like I mean, like I literally just finished playing Tears of the Kingdom right before that. I was like, okay, let me take a break from Hyrule, man. So it's like for a second, but I mean, and like I said, I'm just like waiting for like for the other games to come out. Like I'm gonna try to hop on Call of Duty. I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. Let me try to hop on that. the new like the new Life is Strange game, definitely going to be on that coming out. Like I even will check out Assassin's Creed, man. I mean, whatever, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like yeah, I mean, so I got a lot of good stuff coming up soon. So it's like, yeah, so I'm trying to keep my stuff open right now. Like I don't want to jump in like to some deep and then like realize, okay, like I got a backlog of games again. So
That's
a good point.
right
That's
now.
a real good. Yep, that's a real good point. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, for that reason, I didn't get to Zelda the game yet either. Only because like I said, Zelda for me is one of those. It's like Mario, one of those things where I can always go back to it. You can't spoil it for me.
yeah,
Like there's nothing to spoil for me, so I can go back and play it. I do agree. This month is supposed to be a bunch of good games dropping. So but from what I played one game I can't say I played yet because that's my me against the world game, right? So I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Actually, another game I played was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Again, just checking out the maps and stuff like that because like I haven't played that game. I went basically until now I was going from Warfare 2 to Black Ops 6 basically. I kind of skipped Warfare 3 until now. So just playing through that. I think that's Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Almost done with that. Still enjoying that. Thinking about getting the Outlaws, I think it's called Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah, that's
but again, run into that same problem with the backlog, right? All of a sudden, I buy that game, then all of a sudden I'm looking at Black Ops 6 and Life is Strange and all that, and then I am going to play through MK1, the DLC, because I did go ahead and watch it. So I took Tokyo Swiss advice. I did go ahead and watch it, and I liked it. But I still feel like I got to play through it, right? I don't know why, but I still feel like I got to play through it. So eventually I'll get to that as well. But that's basically it. Let's get to the chat, and then we'll get into the show. John was good. He said it was good, King.
Yep.
Jess said, hey. John said he heard Dragon Ball Z sparking the story was hard.
Bruh, that shit is difficult. I'm only on the third fight.
What's up, though?
I've been fighting the same Vegeta for like 2 hours. I ain't even get to the grade 8.
It feel like, but like I was saying, I mean, like it's like I feel like hard mode is how you should be playing games because it's like it's basically it's the way the actual like developer intended like hard modes and stuff like that is the mode, and then they scale it back for other like stuff like if you just want the story, blah blah. I mean, which is like it's nothing wrong. Like I'm not going to like when I pump like turn my nose.
Don't backpedal now. Don't backpedal
down. No, I'm not. I know. I still recommend you playing the game on hard. Like it's just because, like I said, that's just the way that the developer intends, and like you get the most. I feel like you get the most sense of accomplishment. Like it's like that's why like the whole thing about like the from games like in Dark Souls, like Elden Ring. So like they're like, yo, I beat this, or I beat that, or hey, I basically like I took no damage on this boss, blah, blah, blah. Like it's a badge of honor, man. Like it's like so it's like nobody's out here like, oh, I 100% in the Peppa Pig game, you know, blah blah. So it's like nobody cares about that, man. It's too easy. So it's like
he said, don't forget Undisputed dropped today too. Wave, talk to us about Undisputed, man. The boxing drop. I've been seeing commercials for it.
I haven't gotten a chance to play Undisputed yet, so like I don't want to speak about like the smoothness of the game or compare it to Fight Night, but obviously we know Fight Night is like the standard, right? So it'll be cool to see like because I'm gonna get it by the end of the week. So by next show I'll be able to speak more candidly on it. But I mean it looks good. They made a lot of changes as far as like the way the punches thrown, the way the punches land, the power of certain punches, because people was cheesing like certain punches early in the Undisputed when it was just on like PC. But now that it's over to consoles, they fixed a lot of those. So we getting a real complete game, a smooth game. So like I said, I'll speak more about it next week.
All right, cool. John, he also said he hasn't been playing anything. Work has consumed the life. The little time he does, I do have to myself. I've been replaying the story of Gears of War. Just got to
Nice,
Gears 2 over the weekend. Yeah, we're gonna have to
nice.
have a
That's what's up.
convo, man, about the generations because I'm still seeing a lot of hate for that 360 PS3 era, man. Like I've been seeing a
I
lot
like
of people
it's weird.
still,
Like
like,
it's
yeah,
like
still.
it's weird because it's like fam, like that's like outside of like the '90s and stuff like that, like the basically the second generation like that. I mean, like what other generation is better? Like it's
Right.
like consistent hits like was coming out like in like I was telling you like when it comes to video games, certain years stick out. 1998 and 2007, like it's
Right.
just fire being dropped like constantly, man.
Right.
Absolutely. And he said Sifu, GOAT game. But damn, it's ODR.
Yeah. See, like that because that's another game. It's like and it's where like they it's not a spoilers, but I mean like it's just the basic game mechanic. It's like they worked it in, so it's like when you die, it's like that you don't die, So
You
like
just get
you
older.
gain that experience. You just get older, so it's like so you can theoretically beat the game when you as a young man, or you can beat the game when you're just like an old man, So it
Right.
depends on like how good you are at it, like which is cool. I mean, like, and it also inspires like multiple play throughs.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
joint is tough.
All right, yeah. So let's get into the actual show, man. So we're gonna actually kick this one off with Halo. Possibly a new game, but for right now, we at least know the direction they're going in. I'm gonna pass it over to Wave. What's Halo up to when it comes to Unreal Engine 5?
All right, so well, Halo, the studio that created Halo, changed their name to Halo Studios. And they kind of rebranding and using the Unreal Engine to help with the rebrand. There's some rumors because of this, and I wanted to kind of ask y'all first, what direction do y'all think Halo Studios is gonna go now that they're using the Unreal Engine? And do you think there's any let me rephrase this. Do you think that this is an indication that they're gonna be heading over to PlayStation with the Halo games?
I don't think it's an indication that they'll head over to play PlayStation. Like, I don't think that means anything in terms like the Unreal Engine. It mean anything about going to play PlayStation. They want to eventually,
That's the
but like,
rumors.
but yeah, but Microsoft is like they're not going to just willingly like handle over Halo unless PlayStation agrees like to give up something big in return. But in terms of like the direction, I think that because you don't get the Unreal Engine for like small linear maps. You go big open world maps like to show off like the power of the Unreal Engine. So I would like so to me this says that like just like the campaign and Halo Infinite, like the open world format that's here to stay. So like, and honestly, like I'm all for it. Like I loved it. I mean, a lot of people like who didn't care for it. I mean, me, I loved it. Like it's so. I thought that they should have been doing that from the start. It's. I mean, just to traverse around and then like as Master Chief, and then just going from place to place, doing whatever you feel like doing, or when you feel like doing it, is like it was fire to me. So I think that's where definitely going to go more open world. Like the maps, the multiplayer maps are going to get a bit bigger. They're going to get better, looking probably a lot more interactive. Like because like there are some like little things that you can interact with, but they're kind of like more like secrets and stuff like that, like on certain maps. I think the maps will get a lot more interactive. Hopefully, a lot more game modes. Because I feel like that's where Halo Infinite like kind of slipped up really with the multiplayer. Like there's just a lot of favorite game modes were just missing, for like inexplicably missing. Like I mean, forget at the like the battle royale, which they should have done. And apparently according to one of the developers, like Halo said that they were actually doing it. Like they had a full working function and they scrapped it. Like apparently it's supposed to be like 60 players, like and then getting dropped in. They said it was super fun, like but they scrapped it. That's I think that would definitely happen in the next game. Like I think that's what they're waiting for, but
right.
It's like yeah, I mean, it's like Unreal Engine 5. Like I haven't seen any bad games really come off like Unreal Engine 5 yet. So I mean,
right.
It's very, very strong, very popular. I'm glad to see it's getting used because like it's been like a couple years now since they had that Matrix like demo like showing up like Unreal. So
Yeah,
it's finally gonna use it for something, I guess.
right. Instead
So
of making useless games.
yeah, man. Like so, like I'm in a weird space now when it comes to graphics, right? Because like I feel like certain games that focus too much on graphics aren't good, and then the games that don't seem to care for some reason, they focus on being fun or replayable. Those games seem to do better. However, I've always said, man, Call of Duty always looks good. You know what I mean? So it's like that's an example of a game that can kind of do both. Like Call of Duty is known for being addicting. You can't put the damn game down, but yet it looks good. And so I have no like seeing games like this or Call of Duty, if they jump to Unreal Engine, this is what it's supposed to be for. I could play Halo regardless. So like the fact is that them jumping to Unreal Engine, I think is dope, man. I think that's good news because too many times it's like certain games it's like, oh, we're using Unreal Engine 5, but it's like nobody's playing your game anyway though. So it's like it's going to look good, but it's trash. Like so like the fact that they're doing this, as for your question, Wave, with them going to PlayStation, I'm gonna be honest though, I don't really care if they go to PlayStation now. I know some Xbox fans like who are loyal was like, nah, it's ours. My thing is that just means more player base to me.
Right.
Like so, like if PlayStation gets it, cool. I know I got friends who've been PlayStation until the day they die, and it's like they've been waiting on it. You know what I mean? They was like, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But if it ever came, like, I'm buying it, and I think that's dope. So like at this point, I don't think I'm on the fence. I don't think exclusives should even be a thing no more. So I hope it comes to PlayStation because Halo is a franchise. I just think when it comes to shooters, it's Warzone, it's Apex, it's Battle Royale, like Swift said, and then it's Call of Duty multiplayer. So I feel like people like if Halo can be on all platforms, I feel like it can start to get some of that player base back. Because people like you may have an Xbox, but you could play Call of Duty with your boy on PlayStation, and the one on the PC. Like I know you can play Halo on PC now, and even that was a jump. And even that expanded the player base. So you put it on PlayStation, which and even Switch, the new Switch hardware, because based off what we talked about the last few weeks, it'd be able to handle it. So if you put them on these platforms with a wide player base, I can see Halo kind of have a resurgence. It's still a popular game, don't get me wrong. Halo Infinite sold well. It's just I feel like it could take back off, to be honest.
Which is wild that it's so well, considering how it was a day one game Pass drop. So it was still and it was still do moving numbers, man. I'm like that's my thing. It's like I said, like it was a much better game than people gave it credit for. I mean, it had its flaws and stuff. It definitely had its flaws and stuff like that. But like I said, with the lack of the multiplayer, I mean, like no griff ball, man. Like it's like, come on, man. Like no griff ball. So it's like, come on, like we need the fan favorites and like that. And it's just that for Forza wasn't because it was locked behind like for like a year. So I mean. It's like Bungie and like in 343 like they were good and with like listening to like the fan base like and like basically letting them take the wheel and like and then create things and then them implementing it into the game. Like I said, Griffball was a game that was completely community based. Like it was like the community came up with that. So like and then they started implementing it in the later games, and then things like that. I mean, like there are some fun modes that they have, like the Husky raid, like that's fun as hell. So it's basically capture the flag on a really small and narrow like a map. So it's basically just like, and then like we're like random Fiesta weapons. So it's you literally just as soon as you like go start the game, start shooting, you know. So it's basically like for people who want to play capture the flag but aren't like serious about playing capture the flag. So like I mean, yeah, it's the game is fun still, but.
And just to clarify, John's asking 343 Studios is now Halo Studios, right?
Yeah,
like,
343.
Yes, 343.
Bungie jump ship, like
yeah.
It's 343.
Just said looks so cool. And John said Halo Infinite open world campaign got so much unnecessary hate.
So much, like it didn't make sense. I'm like, it was fire, man, because it was basically like, honestly, if you think about it, it was basically Breath of the Wild in space, man. Like it's like it's the same. It's the same premise. Like Master Chief, he out there fighting stuff. He gets like mortally wounded. He wakes up. The war is over. They lost, like, and then now you gotta go back and basically reclaim base by base, like, and like and overturn everything, so like that. I mean, it's basically Breath of the Wild shit. And then but you can traverse the terrain like damn near Spider-Man, man, like with the grapple hook. Just I mean, like, so it's like it was fun. It was bad fun, man.
Absolutely. All right, yo. So let's jump over to the next thing we doing, man. Me Against the World, man. Shout out to Pac, right? So what we doing is basically pick a game. What is the game that you defend that everyone dislikes, right? I'm gonna kick this one off, being that it was something I came up with. The game I'm talking about is a game that I'm a little biased for. So when I say Me Against the World, I feel like if I ain't hearing no positives about it, if it was even it's all right, I took it as a negative. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. And that is 007 Quantum Solace, man. Came out on the 360. This is around the time where James Bond kind of faded out, right? At this point, like Swift always say, 2007, that's a mega year for gaming. So like I understand why if somebody say they haven't played it. That's not my issue. My issue is for those who did play it, was just like, nah, it was whack. And I went back and played this game. This is the game I was talking about that I went back and played, and like the game is good. It suffers from Halo 3 syndrome and Modern Warfare syndrome. Even though James Bond is not really have anything to do with Halo or Call of Duty, it's not military, it's not space, it's not fight, it's a spy game. I think the game is good. I understand the number one gripe was that it was short, especially for a game in 2007. But at the same time, it's like, for me, just because a story is short, it doesn't mean it's bad. Now, if it's short and it still lacks or it leaves you wanting more, then fine. But I think the problem just saying that it's short is like, but was it good though? And I think this game was good. It had the spy tactics, driving mechanics was good in the game. I feel like this was. I'm gonna be honest. This game right here is actually my favorite 007 game. GoldenEye obviously is my most nostalgic, but this right here is actually my favorite. I could like I said, I just played it. I could still play this game today. That's how fun I think it is, and I think the graphics are pretty well done, especially for 2007. So I'm like, anybody, if you in the store, retro store, at least here in America, it's gonna run about at least like $13-14. Pick it up, check it out, man. Like I said, I know I know 2007 was loaded with games. Sports games was still popping, you know what I mean? Live, you had live and 2K going on, you had Madden going on. So I get it. I'm just saying that, like, if you got a chance to pick it up, because people was like, every time I hear about this game, it's not Halo. I'm like, of course it's not Halo 3. What is? It's not Modern Warfare. What is? So I'm like, and it's not. I'd even say it's not Gears, but it's not meant to be. What's your thoughts on Quantum Solace, man?
It was a good game, man. Like it's like you said. I mean, I'm one of the things I'll even do like one more like in terms of like saying something wow. I'm like, yo, GoldenEye like wasn't even like the best like 007 game, man. Like it's like I say that all the time, and like because games like the Nightfire
Right.
is like is for me like Nightfire was the first game I think that came out after GoldenEye, and it came out on a GameCube, and that was fire. I mean, because like it looked better, it played better. Like they had bots that in the game that you could put in a multiplayer game. So and you could basically control their personalities and stuff like that. So like so you can adjust gameplay. Say, okay, I want to make like this bot like he's very team oriented, or this bot, you know, is trying to just trying to get kills, you know, like this bot is more support and stuff like that. So I mean, so you can alter it like that, but I mean, so like yeah, that's better. I mean, this game was fire, man. Like it's like I get it. Like people, oh well, like I said, like the nostalgia glasses, the fact that it came out like in damn near like one of the best video game years ever. So I mean, it gets lost like by the way. It's like I get it, but I mean, but it's like that doesn't mean it's a bad game.
And I never played it. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't see what anything that I could like pick on as far as like graphically.
Exactly,
it looked cool to me.
It still looks good. Like
yeah, dude, it looked good.
Still looks good.
We seen some terrible 07 games. I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly.
This ain't one of them.
All right, man. So yeah, like I said, for those who say they didn't play it, I completely get it. Right? There's a bunch of games from 2007, 2008 that I've never played for that exact reason. I just feel like because people always say like this killed the franchise, not because it was bad, because nobody really played it. I'm like, but that's not fair, right? Because put anything up in 07, most games ain't making it out, right? I'll pick on Titanfall. I thought Titanfall 1 was a good game, but put it up against 2007, I don't know if that's coming out. You know what I mean? Like, so like that's why I always say, like, again, but I will say I'm very biased when it comes to the 007 games. Not even a GoldenEye, like Swift said, after GoldenEye. Like I said, Nightfire, incredible. I thought this was good as well. I just, like I said, man, go to these retro stores, pick this up, man. Wave, play this.
Titanfall was the game that you should have chose
for Christmas, Wave. All right, who going next? Who got a game?
I'll go because you know, I really ain't never played no games that like people really didn't like, but I will say like GTA 1 and 2 kind of get thrown by the wayside.
Okay.
Speaking of GTA games, period, I don't think it get enough love. And I'm really saying that from a biased standpoint. Like we know what it looked like graphically, and we know that is a top-down game. It's not one of those games where you look at and be like, oh, off from just viewing it. Like if you don't know GTA and you just looking at it, this ain't something that's gonna catch your eye. You gotta actually just play it to see. But I don't think it get enough credit as far as what it did to the franchise. Without these two, it wouldn't be no 3. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So I mean, I had to choose a game, it would be these two. Those I know I'm naming 2 games, we're supposed to say 1, but I feel like they both yeah, you know. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
That's a good one.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree because honestly, like, because I didn't like it either. So yeah, so I mean, it's because I remember like when this first came out and I played it, I was like, yo, man, what is this shit, man? Like, it's like, yeah, because you just look at it like the controls were kind of weird, like the camera is like shaky cam, pretty much like a damn found footage of movie, like it's like, yo, where the hell are we going, man? It's like getting vertigo. Looking at this, it's like
it's for the dramatic effect
before the show.
Yeah,
exactly.
The phones could have been had that feature.
Nah, man, yo, I get this one, man. Like I said, I like it, but I'm also talking about going back and playing it like after 3, right? So I can
Yeah.
appreciate it. But
Yeah.
I will say, like Swift said, I completely understand why somebody would see GTA 3 and pick up from there. Because it just feels like a
Yeah, me too.
whole
Yeah.
like a whole different
Because it's a
experience.
whole nother. They changed the game.
Right.
Literally, they changed the game. It's like it's like it's just so like you think, and it's like it's not even like this like Grand Theft Auto 2 and Grand Theft Auto 3. You would think that like the way they look, you would think that it was been like years. They came out like 10 and 15 years later. Like it's like it's actually, you know what? Like let me look at it. Like when did GTA 2 come out? GTA 2
You're gonna be upset.
yeah, I know, right? Because it's like it came out September 30th, 1999.
When did 3 come out?
Good.
3 came out. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
October 23rd, 2001.
Yeah.
So 2 years later, it went from looking like this to a fully open world 3D game.
A lot can happen in 2 years, man.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. Yeah, like 2 years is a long time. That's crazy.
But I mean, for them to be able to even make the third, the first 2 had to be good. You just had to get past the way it looked.
That's a good point.
You know, and I think that's where everybody, you know, kind of shut them down because like, what is this view? And I know it's going up and down, but that shit for dramatic effect, it kind of go down when you slow down, and when you speeding up, it go up. It's just that we watching a video of a motherfucker that's just stopping and going every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he must have beat this game mad times already. He know exactly where to go.
Yeah, like, it's basically like watching like, you know, on the news, like it was a high speed chase. Like it's basically like watching it from the helicopter. Like just.
All right, Vic James hi. What's good, bro? What's good? Yo, what's a game that you like that didn't get a lot of love, man? In the meantime, we gonna go over to he said he want to play this again. All right.
See?
Not me,
but got that nostalgia, man. Got that nostalgia.
Tokyo
so
Swift,
for me,
what you got?
So for me, like and you probably already know what it is because I'll be talking about it a lot already, man. Like it's like I'm going with Dante's Inferno, man. Like Dante's Inferno was an absolute fire game, and it's like now it's like about 15 years after its release. Now it's finally getting its flowers and stuff like that. And you know, of course, IGN is doing this thing where they actively like raise the score now. Like, but when it first came out, it was like, it was written off like mainly by Sony fanboys. So like, it's just a God of War clone, blah blah. It's a ripoff. You know, it's fake, blah blah, stuff like that. It's garbage, it's wax like that. No, play the game, fam. This game is so much fun. Like it's like this game is so much fun. The level designs were fire. It's like because it's basically like very 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 roughly based off the Dante's Inferno like play, in poem. So basically. He's a soldier like for the holy like the Holy Roman Empire, blah blah. Like his wife basically gets her soul like stolen like by the dead devil like after she's killed. So and he goes and like nah man, it's not going down like that. Like I'm gonna go get her. So he basically travels through like the 9 circles of hell to try to find her, and every circle is a complete different because it's like it goes like basically and actually I can remember like limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, anger, heresy, violence, fraud, and treachery. Look at that!
There you go.
I nailed it all. So yeah, so it's basically and every so right now you see on a video like he's on the fourth circle greed. So like so it's just like everybody's like people are getting burned alive and like molten gold and shit like that, because like, oh, hey, this is what you cared about so much, so now you can have it. So it's like I mean, it was cool, super cool how they did it. Like the level designs were cool. Like the enemies, like were great. You know, it was fun. It was a fun game. And it's a good story. I'm kind of upset that like they didn't finish. Like they didn't finally do the a sequel, because they definitely alluded to it like coming. And like even like the final boss fight like is badass too. So it's like
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was like
yeah,
overall good game, man. I encourage everybody to go out and play, especially like especially back then. There's like if you didn't have a PlayStation and you couldn't play God of War, like this was definitely a good substitute for that.
I will say this, man. Like obviously for those at home, we don't obviously know what games each other is gonna pick. So this is the first time I've seen pics of this in a while. I've seen footage of this game in a while. The camera work in this game is incredible. Like even to modern standards, like games still can't get that right. I've even had some problems in Star Wars Jedi where like you're trying to do something at a fast pace and the camera can't quite keep up. So like just watching this, like this is actually like really good camera work that they incorporated into this game. And this game was what, 2009, 2010?
Yeah, it's like 2010, I believe.
Yeah, so like I mean, again, like I said, we're gonna have to talk about that 360 era because people disrespecting it, but yeah, man, this is a good one. Wade, what's your thoughts on this game?
I still have yet to play this game. I don't think I know where to. Well, I don't feel like paying
it's on
money
Game Pass.
Is it on Game Pass?
Yeah, because through the like arcade thing, like with the Xbox 360 arcade thing, it's on there. Because like I said, because like I every couple of years I actually go back and play it. Like,
I will not be committing to playing this no time soon, though. I ain't gonna lie, because I got Dragon Ball Spark Z Undisputed, NBA 2K. Like
that's fair.
I'm not even gonna lie. I do at some point want to play, but it's in a backlog right now.
Vix James said, "You ever peeped the flick?"
Dante's Inferno. No, I believe I have. Yeah, pretty gory.
I haven't. Doug Campbell's good. He said, "What time is it?" I assume we're talking to Tokyo Swift.
What time is it? It is 10:48 on a Wednesday morning.
There you go. Byron Herb was good, bro. He said, "Glad you said it, Wave, because I never even attempted to play it."
Yeah, too much other stuff to play, man.
Yeah, and honestly, like that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's like a lot of people like skip this, and like I'm guarantee you, like if you go out like and you play through and you give it time, man, like yo, like come back and thank me later, man. Like it's like it's a real good game, man.
If he could throw crosses, why he ain't do that in the last board? He could have saved himself jumping over stuff. I'm confused about that.
Yeah, I mean, like it's super. I mean, like put it like this, fam. Like, because it's not a spoiler. I mean, like literally, like the first boss fight, because spoilers.
Don't spoil you, man.
It's not a spoiler. Like,
this game been out for years.
he actually gets killed, right? And then death comes for like for his soul, and he was like, "Nah, man." Like, and then he fought death. Like that is the first boss. That's the first boss fight. Like, you got to fight against death. Like, so I'm like, yo, like it's like, and then you take his scythe. So the scythe he has is death's scythe. So it's wild, man.
All right, is he undead or alive?
Technically, he's like still alive, because I mean, like, because he killed death. So I mean, so like nobody's there to really like take his soul away. So he still got it.
All right, let's jump to the next piece of news real quick. Call of Duty announced that basically they will be rewarding players for playing the campaign with special, upgrades and stuff for that could be used in multiplayer, which ultimately can be used in Warzone, of course, as well as a zombies mode. Now, y'all know me. This doesn't affect me because I play the campaign regardless. I think it's a cool idea to get you to play the story. What's your thoughts on that, man? Instead of having it being purchased, right? and putting behind a paywall. If you play the campaign, you unlock stuff. It's kind of like an old school move now. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean that's just how video games work. I mean, like it's like that's like because honestly, I've been telling people all the time, like especially like on these first person shooter games, it's like you think that it's not important, like the story, like but play the campaign, you feel like oh well, but I'll be behind or like on the multiplayer. I so like no, you won't. You'll be ahead because where do you think all those maps are coming from? Like they're coming from the campaign. So like once you get play through that and like you get familiar with certain maps, you're like, oh wait a minute, I know this. Like say off the top of my head, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like the airport. Map. It's the airport, from the airport mission, where you're walking through. So I mean, so if you and they don't really change it up too much. It's like because Call of Duty is super linear anyway. So it's the same map, like it's just like a bunch of NPCs running around in it. So I'm like, so it'll definitely gives you a leg up on a competition because like it doesn't matter how good you are or how good guns you have. If you know the map, like if you know, hey, I know I can hide in this spot right here, or I know that if I'm getting chased, I can run down this path instead of that path, like, or I know that this spot up here has a good vantage point for sniping. Like you're already miles ahead of the competition.
That's a good point. Wade, what's your thoughts on this?
I don't even know how my mic just muted, but before I get to my point, my boy Wayne messaged me. I don't know why he can't message in the chat. I don't believe, but for one of the games that we was talking about for the last topic was State of Emergency, and I know we always give that game love, so I just wanted to put that out there as one of the games too.
That's a good point. That's a good one.
State of Emergency is a good one. But as far as them giving us awards for the campaign, I don't give a damn because I know they's gonna be trash. They're not gonna give us good rewards when they just gonna charge us for the good shit. Like that's real. They're gonna charge us for the good camos that light up and move around, make your gun look fire, spit all kind of different kind of stuff out of the guns because they getting crazy with it now. And then all they're gonna do is it's probably gonna be a skin with Price face on it. Him smoking a cigar or something. the smoke not even moving. It's gonna be something stupid.
Vic James said they need to reward us with servers that actually work.
Facts, man.
They ain't working on servers no more because they doing Black Ops 6. That's what they worried about. That game coming out in 2 weeks.
Man. I feel ya. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. All right. Let's jump to the last thing we talk about, man. And this right here is something that I think is super dope. And we are talking about Nintendo. Nintendo has made a move, and no, we are not talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, aka the Super Nintendo Switch. Talking about Nintendo opened a museum in Kyoto. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Kyoto.
All right, I thought so. Kyoto, Japan, Nintendo Museum. Well, let me get your thoughts. I'm gonna start this one off with Wade. What's your thoughts on the museum? What do you think, like, if this ever came stateside, what the price would be? Is this a Disney World type thing? Is this like, you know what I mean, in terms of like charging? What's your thoughts on this? I'm gonna start this one off with Wade. Overall thoughts.
I don't think they're gonna bring the stateside, man. I can't think of no place in America right now that is like have any kind of, you know, anything on Japan. The way they just built their city, the way they go about doing their themes when they build like certain places. I just don't think we have the space really, because I'm sure from what I've heard and researched, the museum is huge, man. We don't really have museums this size. So I can't see it. If it did though, it definitely would be Disney prices. Wouldn't be one of those free to see museums. But everything I saw looked cool. It seemed like they got kind of everything Nintendo ever done. In a lot of interactive things, which is kind of like par for the course when it comes to Japan. They do interactive kind of stuff really well from everything I've seen.
I'm sorry, Wade. I see that little display he working on, and I don't know why. I'm just thinking like we could have used that back in the day with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Are
right.
those Yu-Gi-Oh cards though? What
No,
are those things?
so like
Oh,
they're
that
like
that's what
like
I'm saying. I
their
wasn't
cars,
paying attention.
like their cars. So basically, because like for a lot of people like know, but some don't know, like the Nintendo started out as a card
Right.
company. So like
Now you had
so
to cut
that's
me off
right.
because I didn't
So
even
they're
peep that.
actually so they're actually like basically paying homage to that, and basically like teaching you how to play the game. So like so I mean, which is cool. Like, and apparently, like
Oh,
you can also like you can also make your own cards like there
yo,
as well. Like
yo,
super
Jay,
yeah.
go back. Oh, never mind. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Why my man got on arm gloves and no actual gloves? I'm confused right now.
I'm not really sure what's happening there.
he got he got the arm protection and not
Yo,
so they don't
we
want
know
his arm.
Nintendo is. We know Nintendo's are weird, man. Like they weird. Like certain things you can't do,
yeah,
certain things you can't do.
They okay
yeah.
with the fingerprints, but you can't get
Right.
your forearm sweat on that.
But Tokyo, so what's your thoughts, man?
Man, this is absolute fire, man. Like excuse me, like for your first question, I don't think it's ever coming to like to the States or literally
Hell
anywhere
no.
else. Just because of the fact that I mean it's inherently Japan. Like it's like and like so they built this museum on top of the original factory. That Nintendo started with, like back in the 1800s, that's how old Nintendo is.
Right.
So yeah, like so they literally built
That's
it on
fire.
that on that land. So I mean, so yeah, I don't. It doesn't make sense, like honestly, like to bring anywhere else, and especially because they have things that just like maybe just like one of a kind. So it's like I mean, they can't just like reproduce like a lot of the stuff. So I think it's but yeah, I think like the museum is fire. Like I like the way they was doing like because like
That's
Nintendo like they do pay homage like I feel like the best like out of like the three major consoles, they always go back to their roots and they really um honor that their past and stuff like that and like glorify it and stuff like that. So from what I've seen, I haven't been there yet. Like, hope like I might even actually be there in a couple weeks, to be honest. Like, but like to get tickets to places like in Japan, like it's really weird because it's like you can't even just like can't even just go online and get tickets. You got to go online and basically get like basically win a lottery to be able to get tickets.
It's like
So
sneakers.
like
Like sneakers.
yeah,
The
so it's like
Jordan.
so I mean
Yeah.
like it's a bunch of extra steps like to do stuff here, right? But I mean it'll definitely be worth it. So like I'm definitely going to see like if I can go there because like every video that I've seen about it, man, like it's fire. Like this room in general, like they've been showing, like you can spend a whole day in just that room
Right.
alone, and it's just, like it's showing just like so much stuff. It'll show you the evolution of the games like that. They had one wall, it's like okay, like Mario basically doing the same thing like on across every generation of Nintendo consoles, like and like just the change, like the gradual change is fire. And it's like up here it's showing everything that's like okay, look, we're talking about the Wii here, we're talking about the Wii U there, the Switch, the GameCube, the 64, blah blah, like whatever, you know. And it's like, and they even have like prototypes like of systems or like super rare one of a kind like the Panasonic GameCube, like
Right.
that. I honestly I didn't even know it existed until I seen it like in a secondhand store here. Like I didn't even know it existed. So I mean like stuff like that is cool, super cool that they got there on site. Like and then like the game room where like they had giant controllers. That should be that seems like super fun. I mean, like the gig shop
There
is
it
of
is. Yeah.
course, yeah, there it is right there, yeah. So like the gig
That's
shop is
insane.
definitely gonna be fire. So it's like yeah,
What is
definitely like
this?
if you ever like find yourself in Kyoto, I'm like yeah, like honestly that's a must visit. Like if you're into any type of video games, like it's a must visit.
Yeah.
That
You know.
controller looked like the one you need for Mortal Kombat finishes with all the buttons.
Yeah. obviously, I think this is incredible, man. Like, as somebody who collects video games, this is like one of a kind experience. I'll be the dissenting opinion. I do think a version of this will come to the United States, and I think it's going to come to New York City. And unless they don't want to pay the real estate price to put it in New York, then I'll go to Atlanta, because that seems what everything is doing when it comes to the United States. So either go down to Georgia because it's cheaper, right now. Of course, they put it in New York City. I'm not saying they're going to build a replica. I'm not saying it's going to be the exact same thing. I think they got to keep this special. But I do think they'll capitalize it. And then Nintendo of America was a defining moment that helped propel the success of the company. You know what I mean? Especially from the video game side. Again, I think the version we'll get will be much smaller. Wave, to your point about space, I will say the Museum of Natural History is pretty big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
They could find space to do it. It's just, again, I hope if they do, if they don't try to build a carbon copy. Keep this one special, so that way, even if you go to the New York one, if there is one, that'll propel you to be like, okay, now I gotta go see the original joint. You know what
Bro,
I mean?
they saying they got rooms that you could spend a whole day in. I've been to the Museum of Natural History. I don't think I ever seen one room
Yeah,
where I could spend the whole day.
Nah,
and
y'all
so
know
while
me
it's
with the
big,
dinosaurs.
it's not that size.
Look, I spent about a good 10 hours at the Museum of Natural History, but I'm a prehistoric guy, so like I feel you on that wave. This right here, based on what I'm seeing in this video, wave, I can honestly say I could spend about a good 3 days at that damn museum. Like,
yeah, but what side? I'm trying to think of like, cause like if you look at that room that we saw earlier, right?
Yep.
It was panning for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, they was like, it's a big room.
Like it was panning for like a good 2 minutes. That's just one room. I don't know, man. That room right there. It was panning for mad long. I don't think we I don't know, bro.
Javits Center.
Yeah. Like this some that's some Javits Center level stuff. Cause man,
but like real talk though, like look, man, like again, I don't want them to try to say, okay, now let's bring this to the United States. I want to keep this special. I do think though, even if it's like a temporary thing, right? We see that all the time with museums where they'll have like a temporary exhibit for like a year or two and then it's gone. I do love the idea though. Like I said, this right here, it's special, man. It's special, and like only Nintendo could really pull this off because, like Swift said, they got the history. Yeah. Even before the video games, they got the history. You know what I mean? Sony could do it from a electronic standpoint, right? Where they could pull out various prototypes of Walkmans and stuff, and all the other things they make into the PlayStation.
You know what? Like I'll put money on it right now that there already is a Sony museum.
I'm sure there is.
Just because I mean, like, because like Japan, like one thing about Japan, like they love them some museums, man. There's a museum for everything here, fam. So it's like there's a museum for everything. Cause like I was telling like right around the corner from my daughter's school, like is the animation museum.
Right.
So like so I mean it's so like literally anything you can think of, they got a museum for. So I'm sure Sony has a museum somewhere like out here already.
Yeah, cool. That I'm gonna go pick up a Sony Ericsson. Like,
wait, what are those on the floor? Cards?
That is.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the interactive spot. Yeah, so I mean, like it's like just like interactive game stuff like that. I mean, it's just like honestly, I don't even look at it as a museum. It's more like it's just a chill spot. Like you come here, like play games like and all that, man. Like it's just so like it looks like it's so well thought out, and like it says it's just open, so it's only going to get better from here. Like because from what I've heard, they've been listening to feedback because at first they didn't have the prototypes of the consoles out there. And then like people, I guess like the people they invited out there to see it, it's like, hey, well, where's this, where's that? So they started listening to feedback and started putting that stuff in there. So as more people come through and like, hey, what about this, what about that? It's like that. Like I'm guessing it's gonna get even better, man. Like it's I'm pretty sure like the new Switch reveal is gonna come like it's gonna be like the direct is probably gonna be held in the museum, so they like
would be smart, yeah.
It's like, look, here you go, and now here's the new Switch, like so right. It's like, yeah, so
that's what's up though, man. Shout out to Nintendo. That's something I definitely gotta see, because like I said, I'm gonna be there forever, because like I said, I'm a museum fan in general, and then you add in video games, that's just
I'm confused on my man playing in the bathroom right now. What game is this?
So like if I remember this part of the video, it's basically like a batting cage, but like it's basically like the game like the Wario where it jump off, like it's basically like you're supposed to like destroy everything. So that's why like you're playing a batting, because like apparently there's a couple different rooms like that where you can just like you're just hitting stuff like into different rooms to try to break stuff.
That's crazy. Gigantic controllers.
Really yeah, that really worked for the games. That's tough. Need two people to play one game.
Innovative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need two people to play. So
and like this really is a microcosm of Nintendo in general. You know what I mean? Like it's like museums will just have a bunch of big screens.
Look at the Wii remote. Look at the
that's what I'm saying. Like it's innovative, man. Like the company itself is just geniuses. So like just even this where you need two people to hold the remote, it's crazy. Like
dude got to bring a back brace just to play.
Yeah.
Like, a Wii remote look like it's 100 pounds.
Yeah, that joint look heavy, man.
Word. But all right, yo, let's get to the spin book real quick, then we'll get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. All right.
Yes, sir.
Definitely got to get out to visit Tokyo Swift, and then we'll head over to the museum, man, and then we'll get kicked out for trying to shoot video in there. Like,
that's a vibe.
like the Nintendo copyright ninja's gonna be after you, fam.
Absolutely. like they do not play games, man. Like, all right, y'all ready?
Let's go. First question: what do you think about the Nintendo Museum?
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, The Elder Scrolls Online, or Final Fantasy? One has to go.
14. I'm guessing he wasn't able to reread those Roman numerals.
What are you talking about?
Nah, 14, his screen skipped when you were saying the numbers.
Oh yeah. Final Fantasy 14, man. Come on, man.
Honestly, it would be like for me, because like I don't really play this game, so it'd be tougher like for one guy to stay. Like to be honest. So it's like but I mean, from what I was never really a Final Fantasy guy, so I mean Final Fantasy
unnecessary hate.
It's not that I hate it. It's not that I hate it. It's like I've tried it, man. I've tried playing it. It's just like it's just not my cup of tea, man. So it's like
wait.
Wars too?
One day,
I didn't play any of those games. One
day we're gonna have to have a play haters ball with Tokyo Swift when it comes to Sony,
I mean,
man.
but I'm not hating it though. I'm like, that's the thing, is like I don't hate it. I just don't like it.
So you pick a game that you know what? Let's not get too into it. I'm gonna pick Guild Wars because nobody know what that is. You don't even know what that is, but you go pick Final Fantasy. And you know what that is. That's the crazy part.
No, I know what these games are. I just haven't played them personally. But based off like my dislike of the franchise, I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy. Yeah, I mean, like it's.
Hope you got some sugar in that haterade, man.
All right, yo. I'm actually going to Guild Wars as well. I looked up all these games, and it just seemed like the one that'd be less appealing to me. I didn't play it. I have played Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls, and World of Warcraft. So it's also the only one I haven't played, but that's hilarious. Let's get to the next one. you like games with a lot of action or the slower pace, or prefer the slower paced games? For me, this has changed. I'll kick this one off. So at first, I'm now into the slower paced games, like, and that's like more of a recent thing. Like Star Wars, to be honest, is a slow paced game. A lot of walking around, like kind of, like having to figure it out. And I actually appreciate that a lot more. I could see me like 10 years ago, it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? I'd be like, hell no, like not a chance. I need to battle like constantly. Whereas now, like I prefer that style. Like action games, like I can always have time for beat 'em ups, but like now I'm way more into the slower paced games than I am like just constant action.
Okay, I actually like I was thinking about it. I was thinking, okay, well, I like both. I was like, but then I started thinking about the games that I have been playing like over the last couple of years and things that I play the most. I'm like, I guess my answer would have to be like the slower paced games, because I mean, I look at like because Civilization is a slow paced game. Like City Skylines is a slow paced game. Hell, like even like Pokemon technically is a slow paced game because it's turn based combat. So I mean, like I guess I have to pick that because I mean I feel like it's much more like strategy based. Like it's like whereas okay, like you can like basically like it's chess pretty much. It's chess. Like it's like so you think about moves like 6-7 moves ahead, stuff like that, and like just watching it all come to plan. So I mean, I guess I have to go slow paced games.
What you got, Wave?
Me too, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's more because my reflexes ain't as good as they used to be. So, like for example, I'm playing Sifu the other day, and in a game like that, it's fast paced. You always fighting. You gotta be able to press the buttons at a certain pace. I'm a little older now, so I can't press them like I used to. So I'm getting hit with combos that I know I wouldn't have got hit with, even 5 years ago. So slow pace games, right. So slow pace, man. It's just more easier for me to kind of enjoy.
That's hilarious. We'll get to the next one, but I remember doing a test in my MK1. After a while, I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous, yo. Like, I'm turning this shit off. Like,
bro, that's how I just felt getting beat up by Vegeta.
Bro, do one more, then we'll get out of here.
Dude, whoop.
All right, we had this one already, so we'll skip it.
Yeah.
Always buy the physicals if you can, man.
Yeah.
Deserve it. Game versus WWF No Mercy, WCW NWO Revenge.
That's easy, man. Like of course there's No Mercy, man. Like no mercy murder. It was basically a better version of Revenge. Like
I completely agree.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2000 was better as well.
Better as what? Like
WrestleMania 2000 was a better version of Revenge, and No Mercy was a better version of WrestleMania 2000.
Y'all gonna judge me, but I ain't never played No Mercy, so I gotta go WCW.
What?
Yeah, I never played No Mercy.
Oh man, like
what the hell was you doing in 2000?
It's like what was you doing back then? Like
he was drinking them 40s. That's
fan, you gotta go play because first I mean I
don't know why you laugh. You definitely was drinking 40s in 2000.
The game holds up, man. Like the game holds up. It's still a good game, still a fun game.
Just never played this. I think by the time that came out, I was like past my wrestling phase. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fair.
I know some people
that was a peak.
Right. I'm just saying, like, I mean, as far as games go, like, I didn't play wrestling games for a long period of time.
Did you have the 64 still in 2000?
Yeah. I still had it. I mean, I still got it to this day.
I mean, no, I asked because technically, when No Mercy dropped, the PS2 was already out.
Yeah.
So like, I can see why a lot of folks would have traded, whatever they had in to get the PS2.
Nah, I was fortunate enough where I didn't really have to change. Like, I didn't have money to get all the games, but I had most of the systems.
Eyeballer.
Nah, that's not no. I mean, I ain't paid for this shit, so I wasn't balling.
Hey,
I ain't paid for it.
Come on in, you broke motherfucker. Nah, but yeah, man. Like, yo, we gotta be. Me and Tokyo Soul gonna have that debate about WrestleMania 2000, man. Like, that game is.
I mean, like, there's nothing to debate, fam. Like, it's like yo, it was like,
I mean, we'll save it. I can make a case that's better than No Mercy, to be honest.
No, you can't. Like, I mean, like, not a plausible case.
I can make a legitimate case is better than WrestleMania. I mean,
not a plausible case. Like,
all right, well, let's stop it now before it turns into you trying to do it
now. No. We're not gonna
have this conversation about it later. Yeah,
I'll take a whole show, but for now. We out, man. Appreciate y'all taking the time out with us on a Tuesday night / Wednesday morning. Tokyo Swift he gonna break into the museum for us. Get some exclusive footage.
Yeah. You're not going catch me out here getting banned from the museum. Hell, they'll probably ban me from Kyoto. Like they don't like tourists anyway. Like, hey.
you gonna wake up with a cease and desist letter, right?
Right. But we'll catch y'all next week, man. Wave, take it away, bro.
Hey, yo, man, y'all enjoy y'all week. We appreciate y'all for coming through and supporting us every Tuesday at 9:05. Shameless plug. We appreciate the support, likes, shares, comments, and everything else. Y'all enjoy y'all week. See you on Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.